It's the world's most watched sport. It's the world's most played sport. But is it doing enough to make itself available for all? This week, we're looking at football and disability. Hello and welcome to Football Now from Doha. I'm Adil Halim, and coming up on this episode, we explore how football is becoming more accessible for everyone. A well-placed pass, some fancy footwork, a precise strike, an unbelievable save. It's called a beautiful game for a reason. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. For football players, there's nothing like it.
What I like about playing football is that we go against teams. And there's good sports in them. I get to meet some new friends.
And you may have heard of Yussif's new friend.
David Beckham.
You met David Beckham?
Yeah.
How was he?
He was good. You know he's a player from England. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
And he was awesome. You know me, awesome.
An awesome moment for an 11-year-old who has had more than his share of challenges. Yussif was born with cerebral palsy, hemiplegia, and was recently diagnosed on the autism spectrum. He finds great joy on the football pitch, but like most sports, football still has to make some strides when it comes to being accessible for everyone.
It's understanding that you need to have small groups and cater for small groups with their needs. We had a boy here today, Hamad, who he's a little upset. For 30 minutes, he enjoyed it, he was fine. For the other 30 minutes, he was upset. That's not a problem. As a coach and as a practitioner, don't worry. We had another boy, Yussif. I got him smiling for 5 minutes out of an hour, and you go, oh, well, he might not want to do it or whatever, but at least today, he went from not being here to today, he's here for 5 minutes smiling. Let's hope tomorrow or the day after we could do 10 minutes or further.
I'm in Doha's Education City, where Qatar Foundation's ability-friendly program Summer Camp is currently taking place. The goal here is to make the sport fun for all by supporting players with all abilities to make sure they have a good time on the pitch. The ability-friendly program has 175 participants with a waiting list. While many of the players are children, the program itself is inclusive, with the eldest participant in their mid-50s. One of the unique programs here is called Coaching the Coach. It was created in 2018 to help coaches become disability confident, meaning they're comfortable giving sports training to various abilities.
So the challenge, I would say, when working around disability, it's similar with like elite players, in that you want them to go from A to B. Now, the skill set that you've got to learn from working around disability is that you just need to understand the foundation stage. So we need to, ideally, if we can get someone in a comfortable environment, the room feels suitable for them, the equipment's suitable for them, then it gives them the opportunity then. And as a coach, you feel confident that you can deliver things.
He believes the upcoming World Cup in Qatar can be a great catalyst for change to improve accessibility in football. As the world's attention shifts towards Qatar ahead of World Cup 2022, the hope is that fans with disabilities will be able to enjoy this tournament like everyone else. Lots of planning has gone into making this the most accessible international sporting event in history.
So the beauty for Qatar 2022 accessibility has been at the heart of the way that it's being planned and developed. So there's an accessibility forum that QF is a part of. So from stadiums, infrastructure, hotels and fan experience, making sure everyone has an equal opportunity to enjoy the matches.
To ensure fun is had by all, World Cup fans with special needs will be greeted by accessibility volunteers.
So building that capacity for volunteers here in the country to support local events, mega events, and enabling fans to enjoy things, whether they're in the stadium, within the sensory room, if they're making their way along on the approach to a stadium, in the fan fest, and having sensory havens. Building that capacity amongst volunteers and amongst the local community to ensure that they have that and they use that going forward.
The hope is this learning can be shared internationally to support practitioners around the world to create a lasting legacy for Qatar 2022.
For every type of fan and every type of ability, there's a different consideration. So if someone who's visually impaired, hearing impaired, perhaps they're on the spectrum, really being able to capture the needs of those fans and make sure that they have a chance to enjoy Education City within QF and also in Qatar.
Back on the pitch, Yussif, one of those fans, may be on the outside looking in for the biggest sporting event in the world, but that doesn't mean he can't try to bend it like Beckham on his own turf.
You know me, I wanted to play in that World Cup ever since. We do something interactive. That's why my mom registered me in this camp. Because they have different abilities, we get to express those abilities.
That brings us to the end of this week's show with plenty of World Cup content coming to you over the next few months. Do let us know how you think football can become more accessible using the hashtag FootballNow accessibility, and we'll see you soon for more Football Now.